Hello guys, how are you? This is lesson 16 and the second complete lab. In this video, I will train you some very important items in Cisco switching configuration. Let's go to start. What about the topics? Switch and VLAN configuration and Inter-VLAN routing and rapid per VLAN spanning tree. We will describe and configure. Also, we will describe and discuss about static Etherchannel and its configuration. In dynamic ones will be described and work and implement in the next video, and also in this video we will perform BPDUguard and Portfast. Well, this is the lab. Our lab has the two parts. The first network is the three switch SW1 to 3 that connected together, all switches connected together by the physical loop. And on SW2 and 3 we have VLAN 11. Some computers connected will be connected in this VLAN, and also VLAN number 22 with IP address 22. The VLAN 11 with IP address starts with 1111X. Okay, another separated network is in another side. Is for SW456 and VLAN 10 and 20. VLAN 10, 11, 20, 22. And with this IP address range and all switches, same as the previous part, connected together. Also, the router for model 2911, the type of router is not important. It doesn't matter. You can select another one. And the router will connect by the link from its gigabit Ethernet to one of the SW1 ports, for example, fast Ethernet or gigabit Ethernet, and another connection from this router to the SW4. And this router, after configuration of VLANing of spanning tree of Etherchannel or Portfast, BPDUguard, and all of other configuration, all of switching based configuration will need it. After all of that, this router will be routing two separated networks. Actually, there is 4 networks. Network with range of 11, 22, 10, and 20 will be configured to perform connection between these separated switches. Also, all ports, all second ports, or both ports between two switches that connected together, for preventing perform the loop between them, we will configure Etherchannel. Etherchannel for these two ports, Etherchannel for these two, and others. Also, we will configure BPDUguard and Portfast on all access port. Let's go to start. Okay, just don't forget that I put the link to download the PDF of this lab in the description of this video for your convenience, and you can download it and use it with the video. Well, I prefer to run this lab in the Cisco Packet Tracer software. Of course, there are limitations in this software for some commands. Maybe some commands not supported, but I think it is better than Genius 3 software for this lab. Okay, this is my software, and I will perform my designed lab. And first of all, need 2960 model switches, 3 for this side and 3 for a long side. SW1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and start SW1. Start by naming these switches: SW1, SW2, SW3, and 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, and 6, SW6. Such as this image, we should configure and connect these switches together. And let me perform connection on SW1 from fast Ethernet 0102. I should connect to SW2 because I want to connect both switches by 2 ports, and for prevent the making the physical loop between 2 switches, it is better that we configure in the Ether channel before connecting and making connection between two switches. So let me first, before the making connection, let me configure some items. Hostname SW1 and interface. And first of all, I want to configure Ether channel. If you remember, in previous video, I described about that. With Ether channel, you can categorize more than one port up to 8, and for categorize that ports as a single port between two switches. Between SW1 and 2, I want to connect from facility 01 to facility 01 and facility 02 to facility 02, 2 ports, okay? And now I want to configure the Ether channel for the first item by this command: interface range fast Ethernet 0/1 to 2, okay? Switch port mode trunk. Why trunk? Because this port I want to use these ports will connect two switches together, not the end user computers or devices or any other devices as laptop and so on. Okay, so switch or mode trunk, channel dash group number 1. This number must be same between two sides of connection. Channel group 1 mode in question mark. You will see active, auto, and desirable, on, passive. I will describe all of them to you in the next video, that I will completely describe the Ether channel dynamically, or dynamic Ether channel, and it will describe the LICP and PAGP protocols and so on. Now I want to statically configure Ether channel, and I want to select and focus the Ether channel on both sides. Because of this, I need to perform the command like this: channel group 1 mode on. This on is focus the port as channel group and make the group 2 ports as a single port together. Channel group 1 mode on and spanning tree, Portfast, trunk. Well, when you perform the spanning tree Portfast trunk, it will send the caution to you and notify the port as commonly and usually performing in access point, in access mode ports, and notify you use this item with caution in trunk ports. But because I ensure and I'm sure to will configure all of ports in channel group, and not will be any change in the future, so it is not that important for configure that. Okay, now I can connect both ports together. Okay, 2 and 2. Connect 1 and 1, facility 01 from the SW1 to SW2, facility 02, 0/2 to SW2, facility 0/2. Now, because before the connection, two ports together, because I configured, there is no problem. And these ports are during complete configuration. And for prevent the forget, channel group number 1, channel group number 2, and channel group number 3. Okay, this is channel group 1, this is channel group 2, and between two switches, channel group 3. And I want to connect SW1 3 and 4 ports, between the SW1 to SW3. Okay, so let's go to configure that. Exit, interface range, select 2 ports together at the same time. interface range fast ethernet 0/3 to 4 space dash space 4 switch port mode trunk channel group number what is 2 channel group 2 mode on and spanning tree port fast trunk. Okay, on SW I forgot SW2 configuration the other side, sorry. Let me configure hostname SW2 because I forgot. As you can see, the one port is blocked automatically for preventing the loop. Okay, this is fast ethernet 0/1 and 0/2 on the side of SW1 and on the side of SW2. Now I want to configure interface range fast ethernet 0/1 to 2 switch port mode trunk and channel group 1 mode on spanning tree port fast trunk. Finally, it's configured on SW2 as well. Okay, return back to SW1 ports 03 to 4. It's configured. Let's go to SW3 and configure enable configure terminal interface host name SW, change the switch name SW3 interface range fast ethernet 0/3 to 4 switch port mode trunk channel group number is 2 channel group 2 mode on spanning tree port fast trunk. And okay, now it's time to connect ports together from fast ethernet 0/3 to fast ethernet 0/3 fast ethernet 0/4 to fast ethernet 0/4. That's all. Now it's time to configure between SW2 and 3 for connecting SW on side of SW2 from fast ethernet 0/5 to 6, 5 and 6 to 5 and 6 on SW3. Now let me configure first, and this is SW2 interface range fast ethernet 0/5 to 6 switch port mode trunk channel group number is 3 mode on spanning tree port fast trunk and WR for write configuration. And the other side on SW3 interface range fast ethernet 0/5 to 6 switch port mode trunk switch port mode trunk channel group channel group 3 mode on spanning tree port fast trunk and WR. Now it's time to connect ports together 0/5 to 0/5 and 0/3 6 to 0/6, and we should wait to see which side of connections will be blocked during the STP configuration. Well, this is the first part. This is the first part of configuration. Now it's time to configure the STP or rapid PVST. Really, if I want configure, really it is a rapid PVST. And what about that? Start from SW1. Exit to globally config global, and I can configure a spanning tree mode rapid PVST on SW1. Now on SW2, configure terminal, spanning tree, mode, rapid PVST, and SW3, configure terminal, spanning tree, mode, rapid PVST. With this command, you can change your STP, your default STP, or basic STP into rapid or fastest STP and per VLAN spanning tree or PVST. Okay, and right, and also and right, and on SW1 as well, and wait to, yes, that's enough, that's all. This side of SW3 is blocked automatically because the RSTP configuration or RPVST configuration. Keep in mind and don't forget, please, all of these two ports as the same as the switch vision are configured as the one single port. This is the switch. See like this. From one port named, for example, port channel 1, PO1, is connected to another side, PO1. And how we can verify that? With these commands, and let me show you. On SW1, for verifying Etherchannel now, for verifying Etherchannel, I can use show Etherchannel summary, and I am in SW1, okay? Channel group, it says us it has Etherchannel 1 and 2, or channel group 1 and 2, the group number, and known as PO or port channel SU. What is the capital S? Capital S is here. This means this is the layer 2 Etherchannel configuration. These switches are layer 2, and capital U means in use, okay? And in port channel 1, the contains facility 01 and facility 02. Facility 01 and facility 02 with capital P means in port channel. And for channel group 2, contains facility 03 and facility 0/4. There is another command for verifying, but maybe not supported in Cisco Packet Tracer. For example, show Etherchannel port channel 1. I think port channel 1. Yes. No. Just port channel supported here. Yes, that's just port channel, and some useful information for port channel, for port state, and Etherchannel configuration protocol, LACP or PIGP. I will describe this in next video. And port channel 1 and port channel 2, and it's contains which ports, okay? And let me look at a spanning tree. What about the spanning tree? For example, on SW1, let me perform the command show a spanning tree. Show a spanning tree. Just this command for the first item. Show a spanning tree. If bridge ID, the bridge ID points to my own switch configuration. Now I am in SW1, so this information is for SW1, and for this reason, this is my SW1 MAC address 19E1. Because the 19E1, this MAC address is known as the root MAC address. It means this switch is the root switch. Now SW1 is root switch. This bridge is the root, and this is the same as my bridge ID. And another item that shows my switch is root. This is all ports are in forwarding state. Also, in addition, the port roles is designated port, forward and designated. Designated means my switch connected from these ports to the another non-root switch ports, okay, by port channel 1 or port channel 2. If you don't have Etherchannel configuration, you will see, for example, fast Ethernet 0/1 and fast Ethernet 0/3, for example. But because you have Etherchannel configuration and some physical interfaces are categorized as the group and known as port channel, you will see port channel and you will see different name shown in this command's output. And another item, show a spanning tree. For example, now we didn't configured any VLAN. Let me start its VLAN configuration. Global config, VLAN 10, exit, VLAN, let me check, VLAN 11 and 22, sorry. No VLAN 10, VLAN 11, exit, and VLAN 22. In GNS3, if you want create config, keep in mind you cannot create VLAN from the global config command. You should in GNS3 you should use this command in enable mode, VLAN database. You should in GNS3, if you want to configure this lab manual, you should enter by VLAN database. The Cisco packet tracer not supported, and after entering the VLAN database you can create VLAN, for example 11. And for exit you cannot use end, you should use exit command for saving data or saving VLANs. Okay, now I have two VLANs, VLAN 11 show VLAN brief. I have VLAN 11 and 22 on SW1. Okay, let me create it on SW2 and 3 as well. Configure terminal, VLAN 11, exit, VLAN 22, and show VLAN brief. 11 and 22 are created. And on SW3, configure terminal, VLAN 11, exit, and VLAN 22, end. Okay, and right. And for this item, need to be add some computers and assign ports into VLANs. PC, the first PC, the second PC for SW3, like this configuration on SW2 and 3. Okay, and on SW2 need another 2 computers. Well, and VLAN, for example, for VLAN 11, VLAN 11, VLAN 22, VLAN 22. For VLAN 11 and VLAN 11, VLAN 22 and VLAN 22. Sorry. Okay. And let me connect ports. On SW2, port fast Ethernet 0/11 connected to 11 PC, and 0/22 connected to VLAN 22 PC. As same as SW3, 11 and 22. Sorry. 22 to 22. Now it's time to configure ports assignment. Okay, configure terminal, interface, fast Ethernet 0/11, switch port mode access, switch port access, VLAN 11, and right. Sorry, I forgot 22. interface fast Ethernet 0/22, switchboard mode access, switchboard access VLAN 22, and right. That's all. For SW3, configure terminal, interface fast Ethernet 0/11, switchboard mode access, switchboard access VLAN 11, interface fast 0/22, switchboard mode access, and switchboard access VLAN 22, and right. Another item we need configure, and I added to lab PDF that it is accessible, downloading from the description of this video. It is the BPDUguard enable on access switches, on access ports. What was the BPDUguard? If you remember, I described it in a previous video. The BPDUguard will prevent hackers to perform its connection and its computer acts as the switch and sending BPDU for making his computer as the root switch. Okay, and it will and it needs to be configured on access ports. And how we can configure that? It is really easy. On SW2, configure terminal, interface fast Ethernet 0/11, spanning tree. It is, let me describe you. It is it has two solutions for configuring BPDUguard. The first solution is configuring in global config. And with this command, spanning tree, Portfast, BPDUguard, Portfast, BPDUguard default. With this command, the BPDUguard will configure automatically on all access ports on switch. Okay. Another another solution is configured in the specific interface that unfortunately Cisco Packet Tracer, this software not supported. But the command is this: interface, for example, fast Ethernet 0/11, and spanning tree, Portfast, BPDUguard enable. Let me check. No, it is not supported. But command is this: BPDUguard enable. In the real switch, you can configure this in a specific port. Okay, here it's not supported. On SW2, it's configured. On SW3, also need to be configured. Spanning tree, Portfast, BPDUguard default, and right. On SW2 also need to be right, and right on SW3. Okay, the VLAN and VLAN ports and ports assignment all configured. And let's go to configure another side, and I will come back to continue lab configuration. Now, if you see this happens and your connection from the switch to the PC will change to up and down, green to orange, and so on, and again and again, I think the solution is need for enabling Portfast on these access ports. Interface fast Ethernet 0/11, switch spanning tree Portfast. Exit. Interface fast Ethernet 0/22, spanning tree Portfast as well. It will resolve the problem. And for verifying STP, this situation shows us the SW1 is root, and this is the block. But let me check. Show spanning tree, for example, VLAN 10, Source spanning tree. And what about the root bridge? The root bridge is this, not this one. The bridge ID, I told you this is my switch, my local switch MAC address. But because this is not the root, so this switch is not root. You can see this port is changing to orange. And the alternate port, port channel 3, port channel 3 is blocked. It shows here as well, such as the visual. You can see this is blocked, and port channel 2 is root port, and it means access to the root switch. Port channel 2 is here, and the switch by this port channel access to the root switch. This is, and that is SW1. Okay. Now I configured STP and Etherchannel in the another side of lab, and now I want to config VLANs. It's need to see you, and do you see that fast Ethernet in the lab configuration in another side we have VLAN 10 and 20. Okay, import fast Ethernet 0/10 and 0/20 VLAN 10, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 20. Okay, this is VLAN 10, this is VLAN 10, and VLAN 20 and 20. Well, let me connect this side as well, 10 to 10 computer, and 20 to its computer, and configure the ports. Assignments: interface fast Ethernet 0/10, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. If VLAN 10, if you don't be configured VLAN 10, it will create automatically like this, creating VLAN 10. Exit. Interface fast Ethernet 0/20, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. It's okay. On SW6, interface fast Ethernet 0/10, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10, and in interface fast Ethernet 0/20, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. It's configured as well. And let me set Portfast, spanning tree Portfast on port 20, on port 0/10, spanning tree Portfast. Keep in mind, usually you should configure Portfast in access mode ports, okay? In ports which are in access mode. Interface switch port spanning tree Portfast. This is for port 20. Interface fast Ethernet 0/10, spanning tree Portfast. It's okay. And now it's time for configuring RPVST in global config, spanning tree mode rapid PVST on SW5, on SW6, spanning tree mode rapid PVST, and on SW4 as well, spanning tree mode rapid PVST, and right SW4, right SW5, and right SW6, and reload all switches in this side. Reload and reload this switch, and also reload this one, and wait to starting up. All switches started. In this side, this is the root switch. Okay, root switch. This switch is root. And what about this side? Let me check. Enable show a spanning tree. This is not root because my bridge ID MAC address is not same as the root. This is not root. Show SW5. Enable show a spanning tree. And let me check. This is not the root. I think this is the root switch. Show a spanning tree. Yes, this is the root switch, but I want for because for designing my map, my predefined map, and I want to sending traffic, exchanging traffic between two separated network from this way, from this SW4 and SW1 by SW4 and SW1 through the router. I want to perform SW4 as the root switch, so I want to change it manually. Configure terminal spanning tree root spanning tree root primary spanning tree VLAN, sorry, spanning tree VLAN 10, because this is this spanning tree is not the CST common spanning tree. This is the per VLAN spanning tree, PVST. VLAN 10 root primary and spanning tree VLAN 20 root primary. And unfortunately, the Cisco packet tracer does not support debug spanning tree events. If you configure this lab in GNS3, you can enable debug spanning -tree events to show step by step what happens in changing the root switches and changing for any changing or any transfer information about a spanning tree. Okay, let me show a spanning tree again. Not any change performed now. We should wait. Now I am in SW4, sorry, SW4, and show a spanning tree. The change has been performed, and the root switch changed to this one. Okay, so this switch is root as well. Root switch. Okay, and now just we need to add router and configure Inter-VLAN routing. But before that, need to setting IP address. Let me add the router 2911, for example, this model. Before its connection, let me setting the IP address. VLAN, based on our lab configuration, VLAN 11 will start with IP address 11, 22 will start 22, 10 will start 10, and 20. Okay, 11, this is this computer assigned to VLAN number 11, so it should start 1111, for example 2. The subnet mask is 24 bit, and this is 22. I just show you one side configuration. The another side I will perform it myself without showing in video for making video shorter. 22112 for mask 24 bit, and this is also VLAN 11 11112 24 bits, and VLAN 22 IP address assignment for computers 22112. Okay, let's go to configure another side. I did a little mistake, because I performed the duplicate address 11112 for this, and this computer 11113. Okay, now 10112 and 10113, 10113, also 10115, 2112, 2112, and 211, for example, 3, 2113. Okay, and because these ports between switches are trunk port, the computers that reside in same VLAN must be ping each other without any problem. For example, this computer, this is 10112, should be ping successfully this computer 10115. Let me check. Ping 10115. It's okay. And what is this IP address? 2113. And what about this? Okay, ping 2113, 2113, ping successfully. And let me check this side. This computer is 11112, and another computer in the same VLAN but in another switch is 11113. Ping 11113, 113. Why not? Let me troubleshoot. Let me check and assign and change the port. For example, 15, 111115, 24 bits, and 11113. Let me ping 111115. No, not configured. What is this port? Port fast Ethernet 0/11. Let me check. Show VLAN brief. These wrong items will help you for learning troubleshooting. I'm very glad when I give some this not working properly, because this is the time, this is the good time and good opportunity for learning troubleshooting. VLAN, show VLAN brief. Fast Ethernet 0/11 is configured on port into VLAN 11. Okay, port 11. That's right. What about this port? Fast Ethernet 0/11. Let me check on SW2 also. Show VLAN brief. Fast Ethernet 0/11 configured as 11. I think maybe we will not configure this port as trunk. Let me check. Fast Ethernet 0/1 and 2, I think. Yes. Show run and 0/1 and 2. Switch for more trunk. Switch for more trunk. This is okay. And for 3 and 4 on SW1, let me check. Show run. 3 and 4, switch for more trunk, switch for more trunk. Why not configure? Why not ping successfully? Let me check by another computers. VLAN 22, 22112, and 22113. Let me ping 22113. No, this is the main problem. We should find that, find and troubleshoot that. Okay, dear friends, the problem is solved. I just changed IP addresses because I think it happened for one time. Duplicate IP address happened. I changed 11.1.1.15 and this 11.1.1.3 and now I can configure, I can ping that, ping 11.1.1.3.3 and ping 11.1.1.15. It's okay, and that's all, and switch configuration is finished. Now it's time to configure Inter-VLAN routing and making connection between two separate networks. And we have 2911 model router, and first need physical connection from the router from the gigabit 0/1 gigabit Ethernet 0/1. I connect to fast Ethernet, for example, gigabit 0/1. I said you connect to fast Ethernet 0/15. It is not any difference. You can use this or use gigabit port. And from gigabit 0/2 connect to 0/2 gigabit Ethernet. Okay, going to before the router, let me finish the switch configuration. On SW1 need to be configure trunk port interface. Configure terminal interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1 switch port mode trunk and switch port trunk. Allowed the VLAN number I have on this side of network. We allowed VLAN 11, 22 VLAN numbers and right. And for this side I have VLAN 10 and 20. Okay, enable configure terminal interface gigabit Ethernet 0/2 switch port mode trunk switch port trunk. Allowed VLAN numbers 10, 20. That's all. WR finished. Now it's time the router configuration. And if you remember in previous videos, I did describe about you when you want to use router for making communication between some separate VLANs. You need no shutdown the physical router, and you need create a sub interface or logical or virtual interface based on your VLAN numbers. For this side, for the right side, we have VLAN 11 and VLAN 22. We need what is this? What is this? Gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Okay, and we need gigabit Ethernet 0/1.11 gigabit Ethernet 0/1.22. I need two sub-interfaces for its IP, for its related IP address. For example, 11.111/24 and 22.111/24 bits for mask. Okay, this is IP address, and this is IP address. Let me configure and see what will happen. Enable configure terminal interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1 for right side. Just no shutdown in physical. Okay, come back one step. Interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1.11, the VLAN's number we have on this side. Encapsulation .1q VLAN number 11, encapsulation .1q 11, IP address 11.111 with its subnet mask. Exit. Interface again gigabit Ethernet 0/1.22, encapsulation .1q VLAN number 22 and its IP address and its related IP address 22.111 111. It's subnet mask, and it's enough. Let me check. I set default gateway for this computer that resides in VLAN 11 and set its default gateway to its related IP address on router 11.1.1.1. Okay, and this computer that resides in VLAN 22 and set its default gateway as its related IP address on router 22.1.1.1. First, I need, it is the good idea for checking the communication that you check step by step. I am in PC2, which is in VLAN 11. Ping step by step. Ping first its default gateway or its related IP on the router. Ping 11.1.1.1. It's okay. I ping from this one to this. Second step is ping another router's IP address in another range. Ping 22.1.1.1. It's okay. And now it's time to ping this IP address 22.1.1.2. Okay. Ping 22.1.1.2. Wait. The first packet may be received timed out. And from the second, yes. That's reply and the communication is okay. Now it's time to configure left side. And now interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/2, just no shutdown in physical mode. Exit, come back one step, interface gigabit Ethernet 0/2 dot. We have VLAN 10 and 20. Dot 10. Let me add node gigabit Ethernet 0/2 dot 10 with IP address 10.1.1.1 /24 and gigabit Ethernet 0/2 dot 20 with IP address 21.1.1/24. Gigabit Ethernet 0/2.10 and 0/2.20. Okay, 0/2.20 encapsulation .1q 10 0/2.10 IP address 10.1.1.1 with its subnet mask. Exit, again interface gigabit Ethernet 0/2.20, another VLAN. Okay, encapsulation .1q20 encapsulation .1q20, and now IP address 21.1.1, the mask, and WR right. And let me check again. VLAN 10 set IP default gateway 10.1.1.1. Set its related IP address on the router as default gateway for PCs in VLAN 10. Okay. And setting IP address on for some interface on VLAN 20 on the router as default gateway for PCs that resides in VLAN 20. Let me check what was this IP address 21.1.2. I'm going to VLAN 10 and ping step by step. Ping 10.1.1.1 router IP address. It cannot be pinged. Need to be troubleshoot again. I found a problem. The problem is this. Look at here. This is channel group 1. This is channel group 3. And this is channel group 2. Must be. Okay. Must be channel group 2. Must be channel group 1. Must be channel group 3. Let me show you on SW4 port 0/1 and 2, 0/1 and 2, these ports are configured under channel group 1. At the other side, on SW5, enable, show run, channel group interface 1 and 2 are configured as channel group 1, as same as the another side. It's okay. On SW5, port 5 and 6 connected to 5 and 6 on SW3. Let me check 5 and 6. This is the 5 and 6 on SW channel group 3, channel group 3. On SW6, port 5 and 6, channel group 3, channel group 3. But on SW4, I did mistake, and this should be channel group 2. I made channel group 1. This is mistake. Channel interface facilitated 0/3 and 4, and this causes the problem. Interface need to be changed. Interface range fast Ethernet 0/3 and 4. No channel group 1 mode on. 3 and 4 was configured as channel group 1. Now channel group 2 mode on. And switchboard mode trunk, span tree port fast trunk, and WR. And now it's I think it's good and corrected. Now check the ping configuration, ping test 10.11.22, and this is VLAN 10. Let me ping 10.11.22 and ping successfully. For example, I can check ping 10.1.1. My default gateway is 10.1.1. Okay, let me ping 10.1.1, and now ping successfully, and I can test ping 21.1.1, the another side of routers IP, another range. And now I can ping, for example, 11.1. Now I'm here. I can ping 11.1.1.1, and I can ping 22.1.1.1, ping 22.1.1.1, and finally I can ping, for example, what is this? This is IP address of this computer. Let me 11. Okay, now I should be ping successfully this computer from this side of network to the another side of the network in another computer in another VLAN. Ping 11.1.1.15, and now you can see we can ping successfully, and all issues resolved completely. This lesson had some great troubleshooting tips and made you learn the troubleshooting process well. Let me give you an important advice. You know, the most important key for troubleshooting is step-by-step implementation and testing. Just this. Okay? Have a nice time and ready for the next great lab.